Good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy weekend. Hope all is well to everyone. Good evening. How's everyone doing? Happy weekend. It's Saturday. Hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend. Please make sure you like and subscribe to my page. We really appreciate it. Kudos to everyone who's made it to log in, to check the screen, who's remembered, that it's Saturday. It's definitely time to go on to FaceTime. And I do have the print here. Definitely do. I'd love to think that good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy weekend. Hope everyone's being safe. Hope everyone out there is still wearing their masks, taking their COVID test as necessary. Hope everyone's definitely, keeping the social distance going, still sanitizing, washing those hands with antibacterial soap for at least 30 seconds. Hope all that stuff is still happening. I feel like I see a glare in my glasses, so I'm going to take my glasses off. But good evening. Hope everyone's good. It's your girl Michelle Fit now here with another one at FaceTime on Saturday evening, it's 8 o'clock. Please make sure you hit the bell so you can know when I'm going live, when I'm posting videos, when I'm uploading. Please make sure you like and subscribe to my page. Tonight is a really, really good one. I'm talking about what is your passion? What are you really, really good at? What is that thing that makes you feel so jittery inside, so bubbly inside, so good inside? You would do it because you're getting paid for it. You do it just for the hell of it. What is that thing that you drive you insane that you want to do it, but you're afraid to do it? You're not sure of yourself to do it, but you really enjoy doing it, even if you don't have it for a career. As a first job, if you have no job, what is that thing? So that's what we're talking about tonight for one of these. What is your passion? So a lot of us really don't know what our passion is. We struggle for it. We compare ourselves to other people. We know that there's people that were from children to adulthood, who they want to do their entire life. We know those people that, had a niche for braiding hair or science or electrician or cooking or, sewing or something like that their entire life. And they made businesses and like, people start hustling throughout it their entire life. So what is that thing for you? That's what I want to talk about today. What is your passion? For me, I specifically have 10 things I want to discuss tonight. I'm going to tell you that I believe for me, which could be helpful to you to say that. Good evening, Mr. Negron. How are you? Good evening. I'm sorry, I didn't even look at my comments yet, but good evening. How are you? Hope you're good. Thanks for chiming in with me. Thanks for being available. I really appreciate you all the time. Hope you have a great weekend. Hope you're being safe. Hope at home, resting, in a safe space. And if you're not, hope you're having a good time and you're also being safe wherever you are. So tonight's topic is what is your passion? Good, very good. I'm very happy to hear that. And I'm going to give us 10 things that we can possibly take for our lives and ourselves to say this may be things we can utilize to say this may be my passion if you don't know what your passion is. So I'm going to put that in the chat, 10 things that may help you find your passion, that may help you find your. So Jose, you're home good. What is your passion, Jose? Do you have a passion for something as a business mindset, as a personal mindset, something that you really love to do all the time and you would do it just because you're getting paid for it and it's really the low key hustle or thing you want to be or you always wanted to endeavor on or always wanted to think about doing on a professional level? Do you have those thoughts? Is this something that you would like to share with us on this live today? I'm passionate about ABC or being nice. Oh, for sure. You're definitely passionate about the cold weather. I can definitely see that because you always talk about the cold weather. You're so excited and your face is just so bubbly and radiant when it's talking about cold weather. So I can definitely agree with you and say you're passionate about the cold weather. So do you think with the cold weather, there's something you could be doing with your life as far as entrepreneurship in them or, as far as a hobby or a passion, outside of the YouTube platform you have, discussing the weather? Is there anything you thought about for many years in the back of your mind? Great, okay, that's what I was thinking as well. So that's really, really cool. So please, if anyone else is watching outside of Google Chrome, please make sure that you subscribe to our page. Tonight we're going to be talking about what is your passion. If you want to FaceTime, and you have something here to sip, if you have water at home, that's fine. If you have anything to drink, that's fine as well. When you just listen, that's definitely time. I appreciate the views, all that good stuff as well. So, Jose, it's good to have you chime in. Thank you for checking up with me as always. I'm looking forward to your recent streams. Yeah, we didn't really have a cold winter this winter. So guys, I'm reading the chat. I have a good friend and colleague and YouTube um channel subscriber and artist and greatness on YouTube, as you can say. This is some comments as well when it he's commenting in the chat. So I'm reading some of the comments that he says good evening, fit. He's good, he's at home. He's passionate about the cold weather and his YouTube channel, of course. He says, we have not experienced cold weather this winter. And that's correct. I feel like people who that generation past, we really haven't experienced cold weather. Global warming has definitely hit home all across the state. We all experienced kind of crazy weather. We didn't really feel we had full seasons, every season that's just passed. Um, I guess we'll see what spring and summer's gonna look like, but we have no idea. Again, if you're just chiming in, just passing my page, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. If you want to FaceTime this evening, we're talking about what's your passion. So, Jose, outside of the cold weather, is there anything else you're really passionate about that you would like to share with us? While you think about that and put that in the chat, I'm gonna tell you some things I'm really, really passionate about that I really, really don't talk about that much, but it really makes me feel like jittery inside, makes me feel good inside. I smile, I light up, like I get that little kid memory inside, those thoughts, those vibrations, I get those energies. And for me, that is like writing poetry, writing music, writing, greeting cards, holiday cards, writing things of love, interest, or compassion. Like that's one of my really biggest passions. And for me, as a kid, I didn't really feel like I knew how to get into that and make money out of it or to get exposure out of it. I feel like it was almost like impossible as I was become a journalist, an English major. So great, Jose. I'm commenting for the on his commented. He said another passion of his is Christian faith. I respect and I appreciate that. I actually don't go to church personally, just be very transparent between the rest of my life. I don't go to church. I don't constantly read, the Bible every day, but I do have a faith and belief in God. And I've had a lot of people in my lifetime try to convince me or manipulate me or persuade me to try to, follow their religion. And I've been really, aggressive and, not want to follow a specific religion. There's a lot of great interest in many different religions as one, feeling some great interest and passion in learning different religions from, Buddhism and, Nirvana and, Christianity, some other different religions. I feel like they're really interesting, but, I just don't really want to necessarily commit all of my eggs into one. Sounds awful. Hmm. I'm not sure why it sounds muffled. I'll speak up a little bit louder. Maybe I'll come a little bit closer. Um, yeah, but hopefully I don't sound too muffled for the rest of the stream. I'll try, speak louder and speak more, projectively. Do I sound any different now, Jose? Okay, so I'm gonna continue with the stream. So I definitely want to give 10 things out today to people to possibly find out what your passion is. I do want to, express a disclaimer, which I should have said at the very beginning of the stream, and that disclaimer will be really quick and really brief. And that disclaimer is, yourself fit now, keep fit now. It's not a platform to discourage or, hurt anyone's feelings anytime or to manipulate or judge anyone in any kind of way. My platform here is just to encourage and motivate people who want to create a positive journey, to do something they want to do, and stick to their guns with it. I do want to make sure that any guests that come on my panel or my page or any of my platforms at any time feel respected and not discriminated or harassed or threatened or mistreated at any point in time. And I definitely will make sure I put out a professional disclaimer video going forward for all of my pre-recorded streams. And I'll remind myself, to make sure I speak that disclaimer before discussing any topics in full detail. So thanks, Jose, for checking in with me, checking my audio and my Wi-Fi and just giving me the heads up about, how I sound on my stream. Really, really appreciate you. I definitely have to work on getting myself some moderators like you have with your team. Guys, just to make sure if you're following me right now, you're watching live and you're watching the replay, please make sure to follow Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. He has a great channel where he has many panel guests twice a week or once a week, and they discuss very interesting topics on very political views, economic views, social views, human curiosities, etc., etc. It's a very interesting page, very interesting channel, very interesting guests all the time. I think you guys will find something you may like out of his channel for sure. If you catch a few episodes, you'll definitely come across something that makes you want to say, and definitely want to indulge in more. So again, his name is Uncommon Sense or Jose Negron. Please make sure you check him out. He's here on YouTube as well. Definitely one of my YouTube subscribers who I definitely get a lot of views from, encouragement from, motivation from, support from. So definitely want to give all of that back to him the best way I can. So thank you so much, Jose, for all your comments and for your feedback and all the information. And yes, I should have said it at the beginning of my stream, and I definitely started talking, forgot about it, and so I really thought about it. So yes, going forward, I will see that at the beginning of my stream. Going forward, I'll make sure I have a heads up or reminder. Make sure that's something that the video my stream. So again, everyone, that this famous video was put out just to make everyone know who's watching my platform in real time on the replay. When I have guests, when I don't have guests, or put my various topics, just to let you know, K Fit Now and the show Fit Now is not here to ever intentionally offend or hurt anyone, threaten anyone, put anyone in a bad environment, negative environment, hurt their feelings, or anything negative to any guests or any participants who want to express their views or concerns on any platform for Fit Now is operating on, and I respect the ideas and mindsets and viewpoints of all of my guests, all of my viewers, everyone who supports, likes, subscribes, purchases any products from me, supports my channel in any way, my platforms in any way. Definitely people you guys can take all my considerations for all the things you guys do to support me, whether I see it every day or not. Thank you so much, and that'll be something I'll be making sure I'll make note of and doing for my videos going forward. I think it'll be a great idea for me just to get that on video and just to drop it in every video, whether I'm pre-recorded or live. So that definitely is something I'm going to put on video in a short summary as well. So thank you guys for hanging in with me with all of that jazz. So one of the first things I want to bring up regarding finding your passion, for me specifically, certain things that I found were very interesting to me. Um, Number one, going to my handy dandy notes, I have all this stuff, about my 5 to 10 years. So I do have some notes here that help me, and I still, although I'm not acting in on my active passion, what I feel really passionate about, I have these notes because I feel like I'm stepping into that passion every day more and more and more. Yes, so you have been very fortunate to have no issues with your gas. You're lucky. You're definitely more seasoned than I am. Definitely have more experience than I do. You've been with it longer than I have, and you may know things sooner than I may know things. So it's definitely taking a lot of growth for you as well. All the time, as I've previously said before, and I appreciate to have you just for that, because you never know when things can go wrong, and fortunately, I've learned the hard way. So the number one thing, not necessarily the number one order, but one of the 10 things I want to discuss with you guys tonight after I get having anything. Number one is for me, I knew what I was passionate about because one thing that constantly came to mind for me was when I think about this thing, immediately inside and outside, I am like smiling, so bright, so excited, thinking about this thing I'm really, really passionate about. And it's often, a thing that you don't discuss with a lot of people. And I feel like this thing is my passion. Even if I don't speak it verbally, I think about it in my brain, I smile because my face. I smile inside of my body starts to vibrate when I think about the things that I'm extremely passionate about. And I'll share with you guys at the end of the stream what that thing is that I'm really, really passionate about. So for you, if there's a thing that you do that when you think about it or when you speak about it, a smile immediately comes in your face, or the inside of your body starts to vibrate and smile and get jittery butterflies, you get that happiness feeling. those memories of good thoughts and feelings, that's probably a way to know that that's a bigger active. Because to me, that's how I practice. Although again, I'm not actively acting in my past, I'm actively acting in other things that keep fit now, keep fit, and to show fit now. For me, I still tap in and think about, manifest, daydream, and I think about my passion. But I'm kind of too shy and unsure of if I can just jump into it and it just blossoms the way it does in my brain and all throughout the other feelings I get. So again, that one thing for me is I smile outside and inside. My body just vibrates when I just think of this thing. And for me, again, like I said, I will show you guys the industry, what that thing is for me, my passion. My passion is different from your passion. But for me, that's what that thing is. It makes me smile outside, right? All of my spacing teeth, stinky teeth, dirty teeth. I don't care. When I think of that thing, I just have the biggest childhood smile on my face. So for you, it may be the same thing. When you think of that thing you're really, really passionate about, you make it that illuminated smile on the outside of your face. Make it that internally physical smile that radiant butterflies in the stomach, jitters, that happy feeling, that sensation inside. And you don't get those feelings every day. So that's how you know it's special. Jose, have you tapped in yet with anything else outside of your faith for Christianity and your faith for and your love for the cold weather? Because for me, it's always just that one thing, and I never talk about, I never discuss, I never act on. It's like hidden in the back of my mind and the brain with all my treasure secrets that I don't bring out until I really want to bring them out. So, going on to number two, the second thing I think about when I think about the thing that's my passion, and I think you guys may benefit from as well, in reference to trying to figure out if it's your passion and you're thinking about what are you really, really good at, if you haven't figured it out, is something that you would do for free 99. Something that if you wasn't getting paid to do it, you would still love it, embrace it, give it all your faith and energy and love for it. You would still do that thing. Even if you weren't getting paid for it because you love doing it. You think about it all the time. It makes you happy inside, outside. You dreamed about it, you've thought about it, it's been with you for years. You just haven't figured it out. But if given the opportunities and the platform to do it, you would do it for free. If you feel like that about something that you feel like you should be doing that you're not doing, that may be a good key flag that that may be your passion. If you would consider doing it for free, no vacation days, no sick days, no money, nothing, you would do it for free. That's a good chance and good idea that that may be one of your passions. And again, I'll share with you guys at the end of this stream what that thing is for me. Number three, again, speaking from my experience only, it's always in the back of your mind, but you may be afraid to tap in. For me, that's how I feel about my thing, my passion, that thing that I will discuss. It's always in the back of my brain when I'm working out, when I'm at my regular job, when I'm doing my union thing with my union, when I'm co-hosting with my father's Sir Charles Carey, when I'm doing wine and FaceTime, when I'm out with my family, when I'm out with friends, when I have my alone time. That thing always is in the back of my brain, protected like in the castle, something, and I never give it energy. I never give it faith. I never give it life. Never, 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 never. I don't do that because I'm too unsure and I overthink all these other stupid things that really are not relevant. But for those reasons, I don't give it energy. I see more productivity in what I'm doing right now with my brand and my platforms, K Fit Now, K Fit, Shall Fit Now. But we all have that thing we keep to ourselves in our chest. We don't give everybody everything from us. So again, these are one of those flags for me, and it may be for you that you have a passion and you're not acting on it, and or you may just not identify it. So that was three things so far. So the fourth thing is you tell yourself you can't do it. It's too hard. Nice. So Jose Negron on Common Sense, while Jose Negron is commenting in the chat. He's saying another passion of his is our union, SSEU Local 371. For those of you who do not know, I am a local union delegate on location, and I send several Zooms in person or remotely with
local SSCU 371, Uncommon Host Antoine Jose Negron is also a delegate at location. And attends some of the meetings I do. Actually, he attends even more meetings than I do, and he's passionate about the job he does, and so am I. I've definitely put in 3 grievances this week at work, so I'm definitely a passionate delegate myself. And that opportunity has continued to, do great things for me as I've become a likable person within the union organization, and I've had opportunities to do things I thought I could never ever do. So shout out to the mighty mighty union, local SSEU 371, for all that you do for the Bronx District Attorney's Office and all of the New York City agencies in New York City. Thank you for allowing me to be a delegate, as well as Jose Negron, for us to do the things we do for our members on site, in our boroughs as well. We really, really, really appreciate you. So going back to my handy dandy list, number 4 would be, I already said it. You tell yourself you can't do it. It's too hard. So just to chime in a little bit more on that, for me, again, when I tell you guys at the end of the stream what my passion is, what I think that is, for me, I didn't think I could really do it because I felt like, I didn't have degrees, I didn't have connections, I didn't have, finalized, finished items or, results to show people to say this is what I've been doing for years. It was just the feeling I felt inside when I do it, the way I did the thing I did, how people commented on what I did, and how people asked for, whatever, 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 or supported whatever, whatever, whatever for what I did. So I felt like, okay, I can't get into this because I don't have nothing to show for me doing this. It's just how I feel inside when I do this, and my energy and mood and love for what I do when I do this in the space I'm in when I'm doing this thing. So if you're watching live, you catch this on a replay, please make sure you comment on the stream and say what is it that passion is. If you've identified with any of the things I've said and you can connect and you can link and you understand what I'm coming from, exactly what I'm saying, please feel free to drop a comment. Again, if you're live, replay, drop a comment. Let me know if you can tap in with this. Do you relate to this? Do you not relate to this? Are you that person who knew from birth what you wanted to do? Are you that person that knew what you wanted to do after getting your first job or having your first child or having your first marriage or having your first divorce or experiencing your first death or, having your first promotion, that you wanted to find your passion in doing this thing, whatever that thing is? If you've known what those things are, if you struggle with those things, if you're trying to find out what those things is, this is what that platform is about right now. What is your passion? What is that thing that you want to do but you're not doing? You're afraid to do. You have it secludedly protected here in the background, and you want to step out into that venture and act on that thing, but you're not for whatever reasons. Maybe the thing you're doing in real life as your 9 to 5 job is making 75K, so you're not pursuing that passion. Maybe your side hustle is making 45K, so you're not pursuing that, that passion. Maybe you're just constructed to working the 9 to 5 job and the American dream, and you're just not pursuing that passion. It can be all of those things and more. But what is your passion? Do you know what your passion is? And if you have that conversation in your brain with people, you know what it is. This is what we're talking about tonight. So I wanted to conversation today. I'm here on comments over the phone. We're chatting, talking about the things that we're grateful for, things we're passionate about, and we're discussing 10 things that may help you figure out what your passion is. Now, again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a guidance counselor, I'm not an advisor, any of those things. I'm just discussing things for me that make me feel that I know I'm passionate. Although yet now I'm still not actively active in passion. But with a 9 to 5 job, have a side job, have several, things I do, to try to get creative, find out what that is. Again, those things that we have in my passion is things I'm doing that will produce good, good productivity, good engagement, good statistics and data, good exposure, but again, not things that really, really passionate about, but things that are working. And the things I know I'm working, may delay me from pursuing my passion, just like the rest of us. We may not pursue our passions because we get more results and reactions with the paychecks and vacations and things we do when we put in our 9 to 5 jobs. So sometimes that delays us from pursuing our passion or identifying what our passion is or wanting to care about what our passion is. But sometimes we get fed up with work and stuff like that, and we go through life experiences. We think about our passion. What am I doing? What am I doing? What should I do? Why do I not know what I want? I'm going into the university. And again, I hope it's so number 5. The next thing I say is you still have a joyous memory of it from past experiences.
So what I mean when I say that is, sometimes we have a good or we may, see an advertisement or commercial or an ad or a movie or something like that, and all of a sudden from that moment we may feel we get a connection of a memory of a good past experience or good memory of something that makes us connect with that passion. And we think about the goods and bads and pros and cons and for in our life, all that little details or some of the big details of those things make us feel like, wow, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a pediatrician. And I let that
go and have so many different dreams of what I should be at this point. We think about, that commercial. Maybe it's a baby powder commercial, or maybe it's a summer camp commercial or a Six Flags commercial, and we get those memories that connect us back to past memories and past times when we definitely have different thoughts and emotions and dreams and energies about who we would be when we were. And for me, it was always, I'm going to be a pediatrician. I'm going to take care of kids. When I got to high school, it was I wanted to know about computer science. When I got to college, it was more like, okay, I really want to just go to college. My parents had to go to college because I had a baby at 16 in high school, and I want to go to college, get credentials, get experience. I'm going to business system. So my vision and plans changed. It's like, took me a long journey, and I'm still on journeys right now. So with all that said, it's not like I followed my passion. I felt like I did the things I was supposed to do because there were realistic situations I was dealing with that had to get my life set up for what I needed for then, which meant I had no time to think about my passion, what I was good at. Although then I still knew what I was passionate about. I still knew what I liked to do every day after school. I still knew what I liked to do with my brain when my friends outside playing. I still had that thing to do, but I wasn't really confident about that thing to do because I didn't see people really doing that. Not in the black and brown community, not in my neighborhoods, not in places I've been exposed to. So it wasn't a realistic dream. The realistic dream was going to school, getting an education, getting a job, going to college. That was the path. It was no time for freelance things at all on any industry or any platform at all. That just was not the realistic thing. So again, if anything I what anything I'm thinking about, please make sure you drop a comment in the chat. Make sure you like to start the channel if anything is interesting to you and catch up on other streams or on FaceTime. Definitely do that. Jose, therefore, I'm not sure if you can relate to anything I'm saying right now, but I do see you have a few comments in the chat. And I'll go back to your comment from 8:19 p.m. and you say, I have been blessed to be one of our Wealth With Fund trustees. Wonderful, Jose. I don't think I knew you were a Wealth With Fund trustee. Really, really good. Uncommon Sense with Holding the Grown also says one of the things that can stop us is the fear of failure. Absolutely. The fear of failure will have us stuck and complacent. The fear of failure will have us, just comfortable in our comfort zone, which can be a bad thing sometimes. So definitely, 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 definitely right on point, on track always as you are. Definitely, that's definitely why I like watching your channel. You have some real statistical, things to speak about, and you're on point with that. So the next thing I have up is number 6. People always ask you to assist them with this same exact talent or thing. So again, we're talking about what is your passion. And again, some of us don't know from birth or in life what our passion is. We think we're just born into the family of our mother and father, sisters and brothers. We were born to be, supporter or helper. We don't really identify with our passion, what we're here on this earth to do. What are we, really good at? What is our purpose? Are we meant to just be 9 to 5 people? Are we meant to be creators, designers, inventors, singers, entertainers, actors? Some of us don't know. Some of us know from birth. Some of us find out, due to relationships, trauma, experience, life, adversity, et cetera, school experiences. So it's different for all of us, and again, for me, again, I will share my passion for what I feel it is at the end of the stream. Holding conversation will get a more actually has several of his matches so far in the live stream of this chat. So for me again, I identify, look at my phone right now, looking at the notes I put in my phone. I identify with these things because again, it made me think about writing a list about the things I'm good at, the things people ask me to do for them that they're willing to pay me money for. The things people will beg me to do that they don't want to do. The things people will, just rush to me for emergency assistance and just, put out all kind of resources to me just to get me to do things. I'm like, you know what? The things I'm good at are not always the things I like. The things I'm good at are sometimes the things that are are secondhand nature to me, things I don't realize I'm doing, but it's a habit I've learned. And it made me write a nice little lengthy list. And at the end of that list, I thought about, or I looked at the list, I saw all the things I'm doing. I'm like, okay, I don't love any of these things, but all of these things I'm doing have something to do with the one thing I'm really, really passionate about. And I'm not paying attention to that. Everything on this list has something to do about the things I'm passionate about. And I'm not tapping in and figuring that out. And I should be. So that again is how I figured it out. I thought about going from the number one down to where I'm at. I thought about the thing that makes me smile on the outside as well as the whole inside, like jittery bubbles, that thing. Number two, the thing you would really do for free, 99, to give an opportunity, you would do it for free, no money. Just exposure and opportunities to do that thing because you're so passionate about it, you love it so much. Number three, it's been in the back of your mind, but you've been afraid to tap in on it. A lot of us keep things to our chest for ourselves. We don't express everything with everyone because we feel like certain things are secret. We don't want anyone to steal our ideas or our visions. We want to be the ones to birth it and plan it and grow it and, watch it flourish, get all the rewards of it. Number four, you tell yourself you can't do it because it's too hard. Again, for my friends alone, the thing we're most passionate about is the things that we don't want to put out because we feel like, oh, it's too hard. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. We make this unrealistic situation of obtaining this goal not real because we put all these boundaries and things in our way to not accomplish it because you're really afraid of what it means to happen to that thing because you're unsure. You're not confident about what that thing is. Number five, you constantly have joyous memories of it from past experiences, or you may have a joyous memory experience of it quite often to remind you of that thing you're passionate about. Again, it could be an old cartoon or a commercial advertisement, a photo picture in the old photo albums, a conversation that comes about feeling past history that makes you think about that passion you always had that you don't tap into. All of those things are kind of key flags for me, and maybe key flags for you to find out what your passion may be. Again, what works for me may not work for you. I put out a disclaimer in this video. I'm sure I put out a few recorded one, and I'll speak up before every video. But again, it's just my experience for me, what works for me, what makes me feel like, I need to really tap into this. Number six, people always ask you to assist them with this same exact talent, this passion. Um, Again, when you're really wanting to know, you're not really sure of yourself. I feel the best way to find out is write a list of all the things you're good at. The best way to do that is start with the things people ask you to do for them, because they don't want to do themselves. That they constantly, gratify you for, comment you on, going to pay money for, or part their whole soul to send up you to help them assist them. Those are things you really, really good at, just not paying attention to it. To you, it's just second nature, it's just your job, it's just your career, it's just your PR, it's just your environment. But those may low key be part of your passion, if the atmosphere is the direction of it, you will get more here. So I'm telling you, those are definitely your passions. Number seven, this thing you do is second nature. Again, I just mentioned that. So again, say you're used to typing what I look at the keys. Say you're used to sewing and knitting, because your grandma said you did it and you see it from generation to generation. Say you're used to creating videos of your everyday life and documentaries. You may not look at those everyday things you do as something that's experienced entrepreneurs and subscribers and millennials are doing as far as creating like so teaching for YouTube channel videos. You think it's second nature. Sometimes those second nature things can be part of your passion, but again, it's just not directed in the right way, or you're not seeking in the right recognition to say, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. For some of us, it's different. But again, for me, this is how I felt I got certified, this is how I felt what my passion was. And it may work for you if you're realistic with yourself and say, okay, I think I can relate to this. Number eight, you're overly confident when you do this thing. So for me, again, there's certain things I do in everyday life where I feel like I don't need to look at YouTube video, I don't need to read the recipe on the box, I don't need to ask people how to do something. I don't need to prep a plan to do something. I just do it, that's it. Whether it's washing clothes, whether it's doing my daughter's hair, whether it's, cleaning chicken or cleaning seafood. There's certain things I feel like I don't need any prep or support or help or guidance or assistance with. And again, going back to you're overly confident when you do this, again, speaking about my wellness journey, using ways, speeches, personal training, having products and website and all those things. I'm not overly confident with it, but I'm confident with it. Like I don't need to read from a manuscript. I don't need to read from my bio. I know what my journey was. I was there the whole way. It was edited. It was documented. It was on video. It was on live. It was in post. It was in several social media platforms. I'm confident with that. So with that being said, there's a great chance that my passion may have something to do with speaking. Now, low key, I do not want to be a speaker. I've never been about being a speaker. I never thought about being on stage. I thought about, being about audience. I thought about educating people on a large platform in that way. But low key, that could be a part of my passion. Again, it doesn't mean I need to be a speaker, but it could mean that, I could be an influencer. I can be a motivator. I can be a vlogger. I can be a spokesperson. I can be maybe, you know, a moderator or a key speaker or something to do with writing or English, something like that. It doesn't have to necessarily mean I was born to be a speaker, but again, it could mean that. But if I want to pay attention to all the things I don't want to do, I may miss that and totally not see that may have something to do with what my passion may be. Again, these are things that work for me, may not necessarily work for you, but I feel it's really fruitful for me in the end of the day. And I definitely feel myself and see myself stepping into really acting on that passion because I feel like life is short and why not? What do I have to lose? I've been doing so many different things now it works, it works, it doesn't, it doesn't. At the end of the day, I'm going to still feel good about whatever I produce and doing what I'm going to be doing because it makes me happy inside. That smile, that memory, that energy, that bubbly sensation and feeling, all those things are important. You should feel good about the things you're doing. If you don't, if it's a job, if it's negative, it's sluggish, uh, that's not what you're supposed to do. That's not your passion. But a lot of us ourselves have conditioned ourselves to do the things we need to do because it pays the bills. It's the sacrifice. It's a part of the plan. It's a part of the American dream. It's a part of the vacation. It's a part of the car. It's a part of the house. It's a part of the boat. It's part of the stocks. It's part of the kids' graduation. It's part of the kids' education. It's part of the plan. Get it? Hence why we have to be entrepreneurs. Next thing I want to say is number 9. People always compliment you on how good you are doing this thing. So some of us are really not people that love compliments. Some of us do love compliments. Some of us don't know how to take compliments. So another way for me was finding out how my passion was or what my passion was really sitting back and taking notes on the things people compliment me on that I feel like I'm not really going above and beyond on, that I feel like are second nature to me, that I feel like are really easy to me, that I enjoy doing. It's not a stress to me. It doesn't overwhelm me. And people give me great gratitude and grace and pride, really give me money and free opportunities and things I can't afford or I may not have. So I'm like, wow, this may really go be a part of my passion, but I'm just not really sure in which area or direction to really fully diverge into the entire platform to make money off it, get exposure off it, or know which avenue or direction to go with it. So again, that was people always compliment you on how good you are at it. So depending on how you are on taking compliments, this may go over your head. If you're someone who really, overly excited with compliments, this may go over your head. So, I feel like for a lot of us, we gotta be at the right place at the right time to receive information because it goes over our head, like I just said. So number 10, the last thing on the list of 10 things that may make you identify what your passion is, made me feel like I was able to find out and identify what my passion is the people close to you always tell you go for it. So if you constantly find yourself around the same people, whether it's same cousins, friends, coworkers, church friends, neighbors, gym members, people that you constantly text, call, interact with, engage on social media, if they know you for like a great amount of time, at least a decade or more, if they're constantly telling you you should still do that thing you always talk about. I think you're really good at that thing you always talk about. Remember you always talk about doing that thing that's a good key flag that may be your passion. If there's something people in your life who've been around you for a while, who's helped you see to mature, see to mature, or know you in a way that other people don't know you, they constantly remind you of that thing, or they also remind you of that thing that you always talk about with your passion and to go for it. Low key, that may be your passion. So those are the 10 things I want to discuss that may be your passion. I want you to fall down 1 to 10. And for me, I definitely feel like, for me, I definitely, break the ice, let you guys know what that passion thing is for me. I'll go with it. But if anyone makes a comment, have anything to say, want to engage, please do so right now in the chat.
feedback on anything I said right now. You can relate to me, make me post comments right now. I definitely think I'm gonna speak about some comments in the chat right now. So one moment. Absolutely, Jose. I know they're gonna think that don't share my vision, which is why we got disclaimers. But again, I keep saying this is for me. What I feel helped me identify that. I don't expect people to look at this video and say it's gonna work for them. They can take this video and say, this is a possibility that this could or could not work for me. The same we watch videos and say, how do I dye my hair? How do I do makeup? How do I lose weight? How to get on a diet? You're gonna see many videos on YouTube. Some videos may be for you, some videos may not be for you. So I don't expect everyone who sees these videos to say, she's spot on. I'm expecting people to see this video, use their better judgment, and say, use their better judgment to say, if it is or is not a possibility that, they may or may not want to take my advice. Uncommon Sense with Jose in the Room says, when do you intend to have guests on your panel or platform? At this point, Jose, I think I will start suggesting it more and more on my other platforms such as Facebook and Instagram. I think there's something I'll be doing as far as a contest. I think I'll be giving people the opportunity to be on my platform in the form of contests with fitness or in the form of engagements with advertisement and marketing some way. Definitely not rushing into it. Definitely want to put as much thought into it as possible on the smartest way it will work for me, the most beneficial way it will work for me. Don't want to just throw people up there for no reason. Hence, I'm pretty sure you understand why I'm saying that. So definitely will do it soon. Definitely want to put any pressure on people. I feel like a lot of people for some reason don't want to go live. They don't want to be on video for some reason. I don't know why, but people don't want to be on video. I don't know, really weird for me to really comprehend. But yeah, a lot of people will actually be on video, but they'll have their camera off. So I don't know, but I definitely am thinking about having people on my panel in a way where I can like drive it from my fitness platform to this wellness platform where I'm discussing various topics. Just haven't figured it out yet, but I think definitely around the possibly around maybe Mother's Day, probably do something, something for the ladies, something for the women, something for, women to be able to have an experience and possibly, take it to a different level and, figure it out, make it make sense. So definitely not playing rushing it. Want to put a lot of thought and ideas into it just to make sure it makes sense and, definitely not just throw it out there just because. So that's how I feel about it at this point. But definitely want to, definitely want to just have control over everything, make everything make sense for the most part. Okay. I haven't really experienced that. You says I have people who prefer to enter content in the chat only on my channel. I mean, I guess I can understand that. There's been times I've been on your channel and the chat has been really lit and popping, and there's a lot of people that's just engaged in the chat. They're just doing a whole lot, and they just, they're in both the chat and they're watching the video. But for some reason, the chat is just ongoing, 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 ongoing. So I'm still building my platform here on YouTube, still making sure I'm constructing and making sense of things I'm doing. As far as when I'm going live, the content I'm posting, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But for me, I think that's it. That's all for tonight. Definitely discuss 10 things that may help you find your passion. Definitely understand that everyone who watches this video may not feel that these 10 things may work for them. I understand some people may feel that these 10 things may indeed work for them. And again, I'm just here to give my views, my opinions, my thoughts on things I've experienced, things I've gone through. As I always say, everyone in FaceTime. My intent is never to offend or hurt or discriminate or threaten anyone, make anyone feel uncomfortable in any kind of way on my platform at any time. And that's pretty much that's it. That's all for me. It's everyone's choice, to do what they want to do, how they want to do it. We don't really have control over what other people want to do. And it's been a great time chatting with you, Jose. It's been a great weekend. The weather's finally nice. I know for you, you don't want to hear that because you like your cold, cold weather. And I love this weather. My birthday's coming. I'm a spring baby. I'm born in May. So this is definitely my weather right now. And I assume you must be born in the winter time because you love the cold weather so, so much. But
definitely want to end this live video. Have everyone have a great evening. Be safe, be well. Make sure you wear those masks, sanitize, clean that house with ammonia, bleach if you need to. Sanitizer on deck as necessary. Be safe. You want in October, close enough to the winter, so that's why you got that chill vibe all the time. Always just want that weather all the time. So I'm definitely hungry, guys. I have some salmon tacos, something I really made really quickly off the rib. Didn't get a recipe, just made my own recipe for it. And I'm like starving like Marvin. So have a great weekend. Definitely will post another video next weekend on Saturday with the one on FaceTime. It may be pre-recorded. I'm not sure. I'm gonna definitely continue to try to do as many live videos as possible. And as Jose says, definitely will try to invite some guests soon. It's gotta make sense, gotta work on it. Make sure they can coordinate this time and schedules for me. But definitely will be doing more engagements like that to make sure people will want to participate. So that's it. That's all. Have a good evening. Be well. Be safe. Take care, guys. Have a good night.